Hey everybody, Mark Russo here for Mark Russo Golf Instruction, and today we're going to talk about fixing the chipping and pitching yips, specifically the chunk shot that most of my students will hit when they get especially a tight lie inside of 30-40 yards around the green. First thing I want you to understand is the way you need to set up, and what I see with most of my students is that many of them exaggerate the setup to the weight forward, hands forward to the extreme. And what that does is it brings the leading edge of the club, which is very sharp, into play too much. And you'll notice that a lot of times when they lean this much forward, they will stick the club in the ground, usually chunking the ball and only leaving it a few feet. So the first thing we've got to do is we've got to fix the root problem first, and that is setup. So for setup, what we want to do is we want to take the weight with a narrow stance, but favor the left side slightly, okay? And then what we would like to do is get the hands a touch forward, but not excessively so. And that way, we're bringing the bottom of the club into play more, using the bounce of the club. The next thing we're gonna do, again, is lean the handle slightly. So now that you've got the setup that you need, let's talk about the actual entry into the golf ball. One thing I want you to understand is that the club should really try and come back to where you have it at address. Now your body may pivot a little and move, but we want it to come back to a slightly forward position where we're using the bottom of the club along the ground. And the bounce of the club is going to be your protection against the chunk shots around the greens. If we lean it too far forward, we eliminate all of this and all the use and design of the golf club. So making sure that the handle starts here, and when we pitch through, we want to return the handle to that position, not here. So one of the ways I'll practice that with my students, and you can try this, is I'll first ask them to hit a flop shot or a very high shot, and it's amazing to watch their technique change to actually a pretty good one, and it's really a technique they should use on a very stock, square face chip or pitch around the greens. So they'll open the face and I'll say, all right, I want you to throw the ball up in the air. And what they'll do is they will take the club and they will bring it back to impact fairly vertical, which is great. And they will hit the ball high. So they will pitch through, their body will go through, the shaft will return, they'll hit a nice high lob shot. So what I want you to do is first throw the ball in a little bit of fluffy rough, help yourself first. And then what I want you to do is open the face a little and practice feeling as if you're going to return the shaft to vertical or slightly forward, and then your body is going to release with it to the target. We don't want the hands to stop in this look, but we want back to vertical. Okay, so under it, feel like you're going to hit it high. Then what I want you to do is I want you to take that same technique and I want you to square the face rather than opening the face. And again, same feeling. Feel like you're going to throw it to vertical. Again, try and exaggerate it off of a somewhat fluffy lie just to give yourself some help. Then throw the ball down a little lower, lay the face open, and try and hit some lobs. Then take that technique, square the face, and try that same thing on a 25-30 yard pitch shot. And then remember that same move even when you're hitting a greenside chip. We're going to set up mildly forward, weight forward, and maintain the hands just slightly forward to a small finish. We're not going to drive the handle, we're not going to try and create lag. I see a lot of that. We want to make sure that around the greens you're doing what the club is meant to do, and that is, especially when you're using wedges, use the bounce to help you eliminate any mistakes around the greens. But your technique first has to get better. Deliver the hands and the shaft more vertical through impact. And I think you'll see your pitches and chips, especially off tight lies where most of my amateurs get the cold sweats, will get a lot better. Hope that helps you. I look forward to seeing you on the lesson tee.